Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Welcome back into the Kramer Jackman Show. We're back. I think this is our second or third episode here into the next season of the Kramer Jackman Show. And today we have some new people on the show, except for one. He's returning back to it as he's coming in back into this season as the Nightwing. But we have one of our draft picks and one of our undrafted free agents that we've signed. We have Jeremy Mosley, who's going to be our new tight end. We have Demarcus Anderson, who's going to be helping out on that defensive line. We also have another defensive player that's coming back in. That is Adam Wiseman. Guys, how you doing this morning, or this afternoon, I should say?
Doing all right.
Doing pretty good.
Doing well.
It's always great to have new voices on the Nightwings and new people actually on the podcast, because it's last year it was just pretty much a two-man crew on the podcast. It was just me and Jeremy. Yes, the Jeremy Vega, the one who does not get any type of introduction anytime, any place he's on the Kramer Jackman Show. But you guys are new to the team. If you, Jeremy, Demarcus, either one can go first. What are your first thoughts of the SFL for people to pretty much, when listening to this, you guys came in fresh, you guys were drafted, one was signed. What was your thoughts on the entire SFL process?
Well, to be honest, it was pretty simple. We just get your rookie season in which we just did our checkups, and so far it's been pretty good.
Yeah, I thought people in the league they were pretty helpful. Different types of information that I need the process overall.
Yeah, so it seems like it's a pretty slick and smooth when you get in here and whatnot. And once you get to a team, it's actually pretty fun, because I know for a fact going into this next season, we're gonna have some fun times with the type of like weekly challenges I want to give everybody and whatnot. We're gonna get more involvement, more engagement than from what last year's team was. Because we kind of did that my rookie season. 'Cause this is my third season into the SFL, so I'm still pretty new to this. And the fact that Jeremy's going to give me the GM strength it's not kind of scary, but it's a little scary. But just know and expect that our locker room is probably going to be the best locker room out of every single team in the SFL.
Already the case last year, but we obviously don't know about certain locker rooms because they never talk and
Like it's kind of hard to like predict of like, oh, okay, general chat is where everybody's at in the hub, but you really don't see that many teams in there. It's always a handful. I know we're starting to see more of us in the general chat that I think, especially with us four. I comb the general chat a lot now, but you always see those Carolina Skyhawk, those freaks. It's just that you always see them.
the Sky Rats are general chat.
So, what are you guys' thoughts going into this coming season? What do you think? What's a prediction? I know the week 1 starts on the 17th of January. What's your prediction for the Denver Nightwings?
I feel like the Nightwings ended the last season on a high note. This new season, we're gonna begin on the high.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a very tough schedule.
Yeah. Yes,
I think we have the toughest schedule in the league based on record, which is deserved. We won the championship. It's a prove-it year for us because everybody last year said our schedule wasn't tough. But yeah, I'm always going to say we're going to repeat until we don't, which is kind of, what my goal for the team is for the season. And started off by exercising some demons against Alaska on the 17th.
Yeah, Florida now, not Alaska.
I'm still probably going to call them Alaska halfway through the season.
I'll still call them Alaska from here on out, to be honest. What are your thoughts on this upcoming season, Demarcus?
You guys won last season. We're gonna win again. It's as simple as that.
That's perfect. I hope and pray that actually happens. We made it back-to-back championships the past 2 years. Won one, lost one. And it's like, okay, let's make it a third time's a charm. We're gonna win this. We're gonna go 2-for-1 the next 3 seasons. I mean, Alaska won 3 in a row. Yeah, we all know that. We get it. Alaska was good. I'm sorry, Florida was good, and I feel like it's gonna be at the tide. The tide's a turn. It's Denver's here in the SFL, and we're dominant. We're riding a 13-game winning streak right now, and we're bringing that into this coming season. To be honest, we were 2 minutes away for actually having an undefeated season last year, which that still pisses me off that Alaska actually beat us in that game. But still, we are going to at least do something different this coming year. Of course, I know we've brought in people, we've lost people. Our defense is actually, I feel like, has improved a lot more than it was last year. So I feel like we're going to be fine.
Yeah, I'd agree completely. I think it helps that we have the added roster spots to where we can get guys like Demarcus and then Al up on the front. Where last year, we signed Nick like week 10 or 11, so we really only had him for like 2 or 3 games before the playoffs, next to Bailey.
Yep.
So it'll be interesting to see how that works with up front now. On the defensive line, and I think our secondary is, if not better than it was last year.
With the added slots to, of course, we expanded our rosters. I think it's to 18, I believe. I want to say 18. It's 17 or 18. I should actually know this off the top of my head.
It's 17.
17. All right, so we're at 17 right now, and there's going to be a non-contract period, which that was ridiculous. We can gain up to 11. I think it's 10 or 11 people. After week 1 it starts. We can do non-contract players. We're going to have a big old locker room this coming season, and that's good because we're going to add non-contract players. And like, what you guys think should be one of our additions to have a non-contract player come on the team? Like, what position do you think they should be? What do you think is the real question? If I can rephrase that, what's our biggest need right now for a non-contract player?
Punter. I mean, really, it's tough. Maybe a fourth lineman. Maybe offensive line. We really, I'm not a fan of the fullback drafting.
I'm the same way.
And I also, Steve Aoki was a beast last year, so I don't want to lose him.
His dusty ass freaking only caught one pass. That was in the championship game. He did terrible last year.
Hey, he made it count in the championship.
Hell, we targeted him like 5 times and only caught one in the championship game.
I just think it's a badass name.
Yeah, no, it's great.
But yeah, I think probably fullback or defensive line, that last defensive line spot.
Yeah, I completely agree. Like, my motto is defense wins games. Offense puts the points, but those stops are what comes down to the end of the game.
I agree.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with everybody else. Like you said, defense wins games, defense wins championships. So that's what we need to have.
Yeah, it's. I mean, we all know non-contract players. It's weird because they don't progress at all, which is. I mean, it's smart because you have to pay to get into this league. But it seems like our non-contract players last year, it seemed like you guys stepped up. It was weird. It was like, okay, we didn't add anything to you guys. You guys just, it seemed like, okay, one play had either Leah Dama in it, one play had Adam Wiseman in it, or the next one had a good old Nick Miller in there. It was weird on defense.
Yeah, all 4 of us, because don't forget about Bryce.
Oh, I forgot about Bryce. And on the offensive side, yeah, he also was our kick returner, punt returner, too.
Yeah, and I mean, he had a couple of huge catches for us in the playoffs. I think Nick had a sack in the championship game. I went off in the championship game.
Yeah, you kept on having tackles for losses and whatnot.
Cam, I didn't even realize they were actually keeping stats for everybody in the championship game, and in the second half, Cam's like, all of a sudden, I had 7 tackles, and I went back and rewatched it, and yeah, they were keeping stats. So I had 7 first half tackles in that championship game, and Lee had huge plays. I remember I think it was the game where BJ got hurt and Lee stepped in and just
Yep.
shut down
That was against Houston, wasn't it?
Curry.
Was it against Houston?
No, I think it was Carolina.
It was one of them games.
Yeah, where he stepped. Yeah, BJ got hurt in the Houston game, but that was like second half when we were already destroying them. So
yeah, it's Houston. It's Eddie Gage's defense, and we can go through that.
we had our backups in for like the entire fourth quarter. So, and they could only score on our backups. So, yeah, I think non-contracts are huge roles. Or seemed to a lot last year. So, be interesting to see, how well all the non-contracts do this year.
This question's for Jeremy and Demarcus. We haven't heard many. Well, I mean, I don't know how many rookies been on a podcast that they've been drafted. What have you guys' experience been inside the locker room? I know Demarcus, you were actually put in there yesterday. And so, what was your experience so far? And for only being it within 24 hours, pretty much less than 24 hours now. What are you guys' experience so far?
I mean,
I'm assuming that you've probably read some of the chat already. Because I mean, why not? It's if you're bored, you scroll up. You can actually, if you want to scroll up in our general chat on the Denver side, you can actually go all the way up to when the team was in San Antonio.
Oh man.
Yeah, fun fact right there.
But yeah, to answer your question, it's been great. The minute I got in there, I got warm welcomes for everybody, and really just does feel like a family.
Good, that's what we want.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It does have that family dynamic, and that's what I was as far as looking for teams. So I'm glad that dynamic is there. Everybody been pretty welcome. The camaraderie is great. I love joking around with you guys. Yeah, I mean, it's just a great locker room overall. So I love it.
Yeah, when you get used to it, we're all just a bunch of shit talkers, to be honest, and we just. It seemed. I mean, when we just before this, Jeremy Vega was like, "I'm at work, so I can't be this," and I pretty much said, "Oh, well, you weren't invited anyways." That was great. That GIF you put in there. That was actually very perfect. I mean, this is a good question for you too, Adam. You've been in here for I think it'd be 6 months here coming up soon. Locker room what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think Demarcus summed up exactly what I've said since the beginning. It just feels like a family. Like I said, when I signed my non-contract and got into the locker room, just was a perfect fit. Everybody in the locker room, we all have one common goal, and that's to win. And we all get along. All fairly close, and we're fairly close in age. I think I'm a little bit on the older side. And then we added Aiden and Jacob, who are a little bit on the younger side, but they fit in perfectly as well. So there's no bad apples in our locker room. Everybody, that's what you want. You don't want a bad experience in the locker room. So
that's the thing that I've tried to fit into the new guys coming into this. That's why you guys know the questions we've asked you when we had that group message. Those are like the main focus questions of like, okay, we detailed of, okay, these are the guys that we want because what you guys responded back to us and how, I mean, you guys seemed like you were, I mean, of course, respectable gentlemen. You guys were able to, I mean, impress us through that way. We just think, okay, these guys can actually gel and fit with us because you guys know how to, it seems like you guys know how to adapt well to like a different environment.
Right.
I mean, freaking we're Nightwings, we're idiots. I mean, you gotta be a little crazy if you want to do simulation football. We know we're all crazy. It's okay. But yeah, no, I've BJ Armstrong was my general manager coming into the Denver Nightwings. He's pretty much the reason why I'm actually on the team. Yes, kickers do get drafted in the first round. That was this guy. That was when we didn't have many people in the SFL. I mean, we had like close to, I think, we had a couple hundred people in the SFL when I joined in a year ago. So it's like, that's how much it's expanded. So I brought in BJ's philosophy of bringing in people into the team. I'm not sure what Jared did. I think Jared last year as general manager was pretty much the face, the pretty face for the team. And then this year it's like, okay, I'm going to go back to what BJ did. So Christmas is coming around the corner. It's pretty much in a couple days, and about less than 48 hours. I know we were all kids once. The question I have for you guys is, what was that number one gift as a kid that you remember opening up and being so excited about?
I guess for me, I've always been a fan of monetary gifts. So anytime somebody would give me money,
Oh yeah.
for Christmas, that would be the thing that excited me the most.
Especially as a kid, you get that green stuff. You
Yeah.
don't know what it is, but you're like, oh, I can buy anything with this.
Yeah, I just go buy a toy or a game or something like that.
Yeah, I think the one that I can remember the most was the first Xbox that I got. That was console that I can remember getting for Christmas. That was probably when I was most excited. I told him either to get me an Xbox or a PlayStation 2, so I didn't know which one I was getting.
No, those are both classics though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and from then I became an Xbox person and known about APF if I hadn't gotten that Xbox, however many years ago that was.
Same thing as you. My first console. I think that was the most memorable thing. It was when the PS2 first came out,
Nice.
and that was like the thing going around the school. If you got one, you were cool. And when I got it, I was like, damn. Yeah.
See, for some reason, man, I always go back to anything that's Lego wise. Like, I got this big old Lego city set. It was like, I think it was a police station for some reason, and like it had like all these cool things to where like you can like have like garages move up and down. You can build your own cars with it and whatnot. For some reason, I'm still on that Lego phase because I was like, all right, I was at Crown Center yesterday in Kansas City, which they has a Legoland Discovery. I walked into the toy store. No, I did not buy anything, but I was tempted on getting some Star Wars stuff, to be honest. But it's like, man, I may be 23, but I'll still buy some Legos and build them.
Yeah, I mean, nothing wrong with that.
No, hell no. There's nothing wrong with that, to be honest. What's your guys' favorite Christmas song? I know I have you guys put some in our Discord channel one night when I was bored as hell. So I was like, let's see what these guys say. I have some taste in. So what's like your guys' all-time favorite Christmas song?
I think I put in there "The Last Christmas" by Wham. The only reason I like that, I'm a Leeds United fan, and we turned it into a song for one of our players. And so that's where it's like that reminds me of that. So that's the only reason I like it, because I'm not a fan of Wham at all, but it's a good song.
Hey, I like a good Wham song. What's that, Careless Whisper? That's my jam.
Yeah.
For me, I would say currently, my favorite put in the Discord the Charles Jenkins song, Christmas music.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, I like it because you can get up, you can dance to it, for electric slide, Soul Train line type of thing.
Definitely. That's the thing. Like I thought that was because I thought I heard that song before because my girlfriend's played that before. So it's like,
oh yeah,
I know this one.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really think I have a favorite Christmas song, just because I'm really a big music guy. I'll listen to music that's in the back.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something you'd see me walking around with.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be. I mean, I used to bump Christmas music back in high school, like during the times, but I'm not gonna be strolling down
Exactly.
Mission Parkway bumping some music right now. No, but my go-to is Little German Boy. I can't think of what his name is, but it's I can't remember the guys that actually plays it. the one I like the most. But that song, Little Drummer Boy, for some reason I like it. I think it's the beat. It might be what's that orchestra that travels around? The Siberian Orchestra.
Yeah.
They play theirs. It's. I mean, of course, there's no words to it, but it's still sick and nice as hell that they're able to do all that crap. Alrighty. I'm trying to think what some other questions Christmas-wise off the top of my head. Christmas movie. What's your favorite Christmas movie? If you watch movies.
So fine. The one that they do the 24-hour marathon on.
Oh God.
It became a family ritual thing where we'd have it on the TV for probably a TV in our house for at least 20 of those on.
Oh gosh, that's terrible.
I'll watch probably 6 hours of it starting tomorrow. So I could probably recite almost every line from the movie like once when I'm watching it.
Holy cow, man, you're crazy.
It just for some reason it became a family tradition to always watch it and like have it on, and it's just something I still do to this day.
I always say it's on TV. I flip off of it and I'll come back. Say it's 3 hours later. I will come back to say TBS or TNT. It'll be on that exact same spot that I've flipped away from. And I'm like, are you kidding me? It's for some reason that always happens to me.
Man, I would say the same. I was gonna say the Christmas Story too. I mean, I like that movie. It's a classic movie. So that's one of my favorite Christmas.
Wow. I was thinking someone would say mine, but no one has said it yet. Home Alone. It's classic.
Oh yeah. That's
which one or two?
Oh yeah, I'd have that up there too.
I gotta say one. The second one it wasn't as good as the first one.
I agree. I've seen them both way too many times.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I think we've seen all Christmas movies way too many times because they're always on. But mine would have to be either Christmas Vacation or Elf. Because I'm more of that comedy side as well. But it's Christmas Vacation is a classic. I'm at least gonna watch that at least hopefully once tomorrow or the 25th. Hopefully. But man, Christmas time is here. So have you guys finished your shopping yet?
Yes.
Kind of, sort of, yeah. I'm a pretty. So.
Yeah, I just got to go get one more thing for my brother tomorrow. Just a gift card, and that's it. So.
Yeah, I got my last gift card today when I was heading back from work. All right. Anything else you guys want to discuss or any questions you have before we get to the everybody's favorite call-out section?
Not right.
All right. Well, let's get to the call-out section then. This is the section like every single time. I'll let you guys take if you want to thank if you guys know anybody yet in the SFL, if you want to call out that whatnot. But this is one of our favorite listen part because honestly nobody listens to these podcasts. They good for them if they listen to this podcast. Leave a like, I guess, on YouTube and message or something, put a comment on there. But this is the part where you can pretty much call anybody you want in the SFL. It can be nice, it can be hateful, which I try to go on that side of being the rude person because if it's kind of like how Adam put it beforehand. It's like a WWE promo. If you want to be a heel, be a heel. If you want to be a face, be a face. You can do whatever you want with it. So, I'll leave the floor open to you guys first, or I can go. Honestly, I think I want to put Adam on the hot spot, or on the hot seat right now to have him go first. So, if you want to go for it, go for it.
So I'm actually going to call out our commissioner.
Ooh.
I'm going to go that route.
He's trying to get out of the SFL.
No, I know you've built this great, the SFL. You've done a great job building it. It's growing rapidly, and you're doing a wonderful job. But to think that you don't need to be booed while you're draft picks.
Oh, yeah, for real.
That is just the mark of a good commissioner. Every commissioner when they're doing the draft. So there's no reason. That's why we do it. It's a show of respect, Cam. It's not us trying to tarnish what you've built. But you absolutely should get booed, one, for the schedule that you've made us have to go through, and two, for not picking Kramer in the Pro Bowl. And the disrespect you show the best kicker in this league is just unreal.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Apparently, I can screw up their Pro Bowl drafting-wise. I'm the reason why he didn't like the booing, because I was like, let's everybody boo Cam when we get to it. God, I know Cam loves me. I know he does. Deep down inside that dark soul of his, he loves me. All right, do you guys want to go, or you want me to go?
I guess I'll go. I want to call out my buddy Seren Storm. We came into this draft together, in which I guess we're both on opposite teams now. And all I'm gonna say is I'll see you week 11.
Oh boy.
Ooh. Is he on the offensive side?
He is on the offensive side.
Ooh. I think it'd be. I mean, I don't want people to get hurt, but that'd be kind of funny. I know that's bad to say, but that'd be kind of funny. All right, Jeremy, you want to go up, or you want me to do it?
I mean, I guess I go. I mean, I'm not gonna really talk trash to nobody yet because I haven't been in long enough. I don't think so. So I'll just say, just appreciative. Appreciative to Cam. Appreciative to the people in the league, my fellow rooks that I came in with. And girls that I interacted with. During the draft and even after the draft, we still kick it. So
That's good.
I'm just glad to be a part of it, and good luck to everybody. But if you have to face me, then just watch out. So I got.
That's perfect. All right, I know who I want to call out. And I think if he's listening to this by this time, he knows I'm going to call him out because Mark Mello, I swear, you think you're a hot stuff for switching over to defensive end and putting on that 400 pounds of you and growing at least 3 inches to be your defensive end. So I know last year you were a non-contract player being a kicker, and you've also talked to me saying, "Oh, I'm going to be a kicker, Kramer. I'm going to be just like you. I'll be the better version of you or the cheaper version of you." I'm like, okay, honestly, you can't be like me because I'm the best that's ever is, best there ever was, and best there ever will be. But it's like you want to come in and be a defensive end and get drafted 4th overall. You think you're hot stuff because you're like, oh, I'm not a kicker anymore. Kickers are not people. You know what, Mark? Whenever we play you, I think week 2. I want to say against Arizona. I don't know. It's one of the weeks. I know we play Arizona. I swear, this is to you too, Eddie. I'll win the game for us again for the second time. Because that's just how I am. Whenever I go up against Eddie, I always win. That was kind of like a multi-shout-out to trash talk to Eddie and Mark. I like that. I think Eddie.
Mark was calling himself Kramer 2.0.
It's true.
Eddie's like, hey, you want to play defensive end? And he just jumped at the chance.
Hey, Eddie, you got to watch out for Eddie, guys. Eddie brainwashes you. He wants you to come to Arizona. He built it, and he wants people to come. That's how it is. Oh, gosh, I love this part. I love that part of the podcast, to be honest. Alrighty, anything else before we close out of this bad boy? Anything else? This is pretty much the time's yours again. You can just say whatever you want, whatever you feel.
No, I'll just wish the SFL a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and I think we're all just excited for these preseason games to start up after the new year and then get into the season.
Well, alrighty. I guess that will do it here for the Kramer Jackman Show. We were wishing everyone happy holidays, if you do even do or don't celebrate Christmas, we still wish you a happy holidays here. That's also from the Denver Nightwings organization. I know for a fact Jeremy probably has some clever graphic tweet he's going to put out tomorrow and on the 25th. So, I mean, that's just how we are. We're the classiest team in the SFL. We're also the champions, the former champions, and still the champions, number one team out there. Always number one team out there, the Denver Nightwings. But thank you once again for listening to the Kramer Jackman Show. And, of course, when in doubt, yoga it out. Have a good one.